You can tell the character that gave someone a goth fetish.
Yeah, you can always tell the character that was somebody's dark awakening. Welcome back, everybody, to the Let's Get Chaotic podcast. Today, Cam and I watched the probably third best episode of the show. Maybe really second, actually. Mega Match is great, but it's also like a season 2 episode. So, second best episode of the show, all in FLUX.
I love this one.
I texted Cam, because I started watching this one late. I read some comics first, and then I started watching. And I texted Cam, because I paused the episode, and I looked at the time, and I said, I'm less than 3 minutes in, and I already have 8 notes. This is going to be a great one.
Oh, yeah.
So, episode opens. They're in, I think, the underworld. I'm pretty sure Iron Pillar is in the underworld.
Probably. It looks like it was.
Yeah. It's dark.
Dank.
And I gotta tell you, chaotic players are built different, because my ass would not be up on that rusty, unfinished structure.
Yeah.
I don't care what creature I might get, I'm not going up there.
I want some shit. You can just pour it out if you fall, you'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, but then I gotta go back and climb it again.
True. It does seem like I like locations that have fun gimmicks like this, so
yeah.
That is really...
So, Tom takes the scan of Iron Pillar, and he says he's never gonna use it, which makes it Chekhov's scan, because he uses it in literally the same episode, and then never again, so he wasn't technically wrong.
Chekhov's scan is a very good term. I like it.
Yeah,
hold on to that.
Pay attention. To make a counter for every time Tom says, well, I'm never gonna use it, but I might as well scan it anyway, because that means he's gonna use it.
That means in this very episode...
That means in the exact episode you're watching, he's going to find a use for it that he never uses for that reason again.
No one else is smart enough to use the FLUX bubble.
I guess once all of Chaotic has seen the strategy you're using, you can't use it again.
That is kind of the downside of these, like, having public matches. It's like in Rivals when people find an exploit or the best way to play a character.
See, now the Flux Bobble strategy can never work again because everyone knows.
And either that or it's patched or people know how to beat it. If everyone knows, if they even sniff a Flux Bobble, they're going to use Iron Pillar.
If someone's known for their Flux Bobble strategy, someone's known for their counter strategy of making their whole location deck Iron Pillar.
Iron Pillar.
So a small detail that I never noticed before watching this episode, and in general because I haven't been able to watch the episodes in HD until recently, is that every time a character scans a new code or card, the code is different as it's displayed on each scanner. So Tom and Kaz both scan Iron Pillar at the same time, and if you look, they're different codes.
That's a nice detail.
It is. It's a cool. They didn't have to because no one was looking.
Yeah, no one was thinking about it.
But that's a nice detail because, yeah, in Chaotic, every card has a unique code that's not copied ever.
Yeah, that's really cool, though.
I say that, but with the reprint, they might reuse a bunch of old codes. So they scan Iron Pillar, and then Zerv is there. Zerv, my favorite overworlder, we'll never see him again after this episode.
Really? Damn.
This is the only episode where he's, like, not played by a Chaotic player.
You think he's based on the Joker in any way?
Maybe his voice.
No, he just has the face. Like, he's got the big out there chin, the smile, the eye. Genuinely, outside of, like, maybe the nose, this is how I would draw a Joker face.
That makes sense.
And the ears, obviously, but you know.
Actually, I'm gonna make the claim that he's based off Spindly Johnny from Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Shades.
You would.
It all comes back to Scooby-Doo.
It's all about the Knicks, baby! His whole gimmick is that he's nuts, isn't it? Because he hangs out in the storm tunnel.
Yeah, because he's a little cuckoo.
He hangs out. Yeah, he hangs out in a place most people wouldn't hang out in. You think he's the only one who's like that?
No.
You think there's other, like, people who hang out in the storm tunnel and aren't crazy?
Maybe not the storm tunnel, but I think there are other characters who are definitely making, like, a career of being places they're not supposed to be. I like that Zerv's unintelligent because it's a great way for Kaz to exposit to the audience that a Battle Gear doesn't work at Iron Pillar.
Yeah, it's just, it doesn't work. It's like, dude. Assuming we're in the underworld, I know you don't live here, but come on.
Yeah, it's funny because like Kaz says everyone knows that, which means he assumes that, which means he would not have told Tom that, which means he would have had no reason to bring it up otherwise.
Tom's like, I don't know that.
Yeah,
crap.
It's so funny that they specifically make that an inner thought. Like he doesn't say it out loud. He doesn't want to admit
But
to Kaz that he doesn't know something about Chaotic.
I don't know if it's because of this episode, but I think maybe it was in a card art or something I saw. I always put Zerf with the Torchwick, like the jetpack kind of battle gear. I always put them together. I don't know why. I always thought it was like a signature battle gear. I know it ain't because anyone can use it, but I always put them together.
On the Torwig card art, you can't really see the creature that's using it, but like it's long flowing white hair, right? It kind of looks like Zerv.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. So the actual designers, they thought of Zerv. I think it was because of the cartoon, but I immediately thought those two were put together.
If you Google Zerv, the first image from the show that shows up is just Zerv with the Torwig.
I just looked him up right now at his card art, and I thought he was naked for a second. What the heck? He don't look like he's wearing anything.
Zerv, put on pants, please!
So he is an overworlder.
He is an overworlder.
He's an air critter, and he just lives in the storm tunnel. We know there's other people in the storm tunnel. I just wonder if they still work with other overworlders, or do they just keep to their own place? It's like a subgroup.
I have no idea. Because Zerv would serve really well as a scout, but that's what Blazer does mostly.
Yeah, he'd be kind of great as a scout, especially because he doesn't need a giant wheel to get around.
Yeah, he can just run.
He's not, he's not loud as hell. Although he is crazy, so maybe he's just unreliable.
Probably.
Yeah, I feel like his biggest problem would just be that he's kind of dumb.
Yeah, so he brings up too, right, that he thinks Christella is going to turn him into an underworlder. And this early on, right, 8 episodes in, it's crazy to believe that a creature can be forcefully converted to another tribe. But then, I think it happens in season 2, Rasnus is forcefully converted into a Danian.
I thought he said turn me over, like the police.
No, he was like, she said she's going to turn me into an underworlder.
I thought you said turn over to an underworlder. What the heck?
Later, we find out about the Danian parasite, too. Maybe the other tribes do have ways to convert people.
Maybe. The idea of converting in the game like this is really funny.
If the underworld had a way to convert characters, it's definitely like an underworld conversion camp.
Oh god. I thought it'd be like that, or it'd be like, I don't know, freaking swap their blood out like the Red Lanterns.
Christella shows up with Perithion, right?
Yeah.
And she's like,
Big
he's up
snake
there,
man.
now keep your end of the bargain. And Perithion looks through his little binoculars and goes, the deal's off. And then Christella just kind of grabs the binoculars and jerks his ass around. Like she couldn't.
She's mean, man.
Yeah, I just think it's really funny conceptually that there are chaotic players who just aren't scared of the fucking creatures.
Like,
that's a big ass snake, dude. He could bite your head off and you're jerking him around like he's harmless.
he could eat you. He could eat any of us.
And the crazy thing about his facial expression is I can't tell if he's angry or scared.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Maybe she's convinced all of Chaotic that she's a witch.
An actual witch, yeah. Christ, that'd be terrifying.
Before we did the podcast, I remembered Christella's introductory episode, or I remember this being her introductory episode, when her actual one is in episode 5, Crash Course, and in that one she mentions appreciating Clay's skill. So basically, this one we get to know her more and she knows Clay, but the one they introduced her in, they kind of set up that at some point her and Clay would become friends.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. A lot of older shows like this kind of just introduce the characters as a set already.
Yeah, they don't really give them kind of an origin sort of thing unless it's like an episode way down the line. Like, I know you compared this duo to Team Rocket quite a bit. Like, they just are together until, Gen, was it 3? Where they give them a backstory episode?
No.
It takes a while.
James gets a backstory episode in Indigo League.
Well, I mean, them joining up as a backstory
them joining
episode.
Team Rocket? Yeah. They do that much later. Yeah, it's like...
Nobody held me since my mama.
It's like a lot of times the bully group is already a group. Honestly, I'm a little surprised they introduced the main friend group as meeting each other even.
Yeah.
A lot of shows like this kind of just open on the click, but I guess Chaotic's whole thing was that it was promoting being social, so it wanted the characters to meet each other, right?
Yeah, I like seeing things form, having a meaning and a story to it.
I think Pokemon kind of did the same thing where it's like Ash starts alone and then through Pokemon he makes friends with Misty and Brock and all these other people along his journey because Pokemon was made to promote being social and making friends. So now we're at Chaotic. New kids at Chaotic, and Clay's clearly scamming him. And there's just a bunch of assholes watching him as he walks past with this kid he's about to fucking scam.
Yeah, also
Like-
I don't know if this kid's voiced by Dan Green, but he sounds like young Yugi.
He
Just
might
find
be.
that funny.
He never shows up again.
Dan Green is in like, what, one episode?
Oh, he's
Who
in
does he voices, he's Tenguth
number
Tobor.
of episodes. Yeah, he
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of like major characters he plays. I think
Yeah.
that's
There's
like
a
the only
chance
one.
he plays another character in this episode,
Who's
most
that
likely. Like, he
found
probably
him?
plays some of the creatures.
God, yeah, that's like every episode. It's like whenever you get an episode of the Spider-Man animated series and Mark Hamill voices a character in it, and you're like, oh, I know Hobgoblin's gonna be here.
Yeah, it's great. My favorite part about getting into voice actors is like you hear a voice and you're like, oh, cool, I get to see this character.
Oh, yay.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
it was always it. I love it.
I can't be like 100% sure, but I'm decently sure that one of the creatures in this episode is voiced by Jason Griffith as well.
There was a creature I was going to bring up because I just played Jack and Daxter and beat it. We might be talking about the same creature.
Maybe, I don't know. So it's the one with the musician's lyre.
Yeah, him.
That song, Future Side. I was like, that just sounds like Tom, but twinkish.
I saw him and I'm like, why does he look like a Jack and Daxter character?
I don't even remember his name,
So-
and that makes me feel bad. But
I don't either. I don't remember them ever saying it.
I know he has one. He has to.
Well, yeah, he has to. He's right there.
Let's see. Adding to the previous note, crazy how this new blood just immediately believes Tom when he claims that Clay's about to jack his shit. Maybe it's because he's got a killer deck outside of Chaotic, but like, I think this kid might be too trusting, because first Clay shows up and he's like, I'm gonna fix your deck, and then Tom shows up and goes, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog, don't let him fix your deck, he's gonna steal your cards.
Honestly, I'd believe the guy trying to save my cards before I believe the guy who was just trying to steal them.
I probably would too, but it's also like,
This kid's
why
very
are you
trusting.
believing anybody?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's at the point where Clay is challenging Tom, right, to the match. And I'm looking at it, and it's the side profiles, and I have a note written. 5 words. Clay is built like Waluigi.
Very slim.
Very thin, very tall.
Big chin. Long arms. My God. You're not wrong. I can see it.
And he's the evil version of the sidekick character from the main group, because he uses all underworlders.
Yeah, he's like evil Kaz. That's weird. Clay has one of my favorite, like, decks in the entire show, though.
Oh yeah, same.
He uses some of my favorite creatures. Like, he has Kaibon. I think he has Kaibon in a later episode.
I think so.
Bareth
In this
Beyond.
one,
I
he
love
has
Bareth Beyond.
Bareth, he has Dardamus, he has...
He has Lord Von
Magma,
Blue,
obviously.
if I'm not
He
mistaken.
does. He
right?
doesn't use Von Blute in this episode, which is weird, but he does.
Yeah, I mean, it's as weird as not using Kaor.
He's got Olmar, too.
Yeah, I know why I didn't use Von Blue. It's because Magmon Supreme in the Lava Pond.
Yeah.
The Lava Pond.
Chaotic, okay, so for context, this note is at the point where they're at the table and Tom is building his deck ahead of time, right, planning it out. Chaotic would genuinely make bank if they sold these fucking hollow tables they use for deck building in the show as real electronic merchandise. I'm sure it'd be pretty pricey, but I would certainly buy one.
Yeah, make it like an arcade stick size, like you can put it in your lap.
Yeah, and then like it'd be cool too, right? If you could like imagine, right? It's got like, you can Bluetooth your fucking phone to it and connect your digital deck. And then you have like this table and like you can use it with friends, right? And then you can play digitally that way. That'd be cool as shit.
That would be sick, yeah.
Clay uses Underworlders, so I'll use my water creatures. And also my fire creature Maxor because he's so manly and cool.
He's my ace!
All water creatures except for Maxor. And he takes
he's
down
my
most
ace.
of Clay's team with the fucking Maxor. So why did you need
Dang
the
it.
water creatures?
Dang it, Tanahashi. Clay wasn't losing on purpose, right?
Oh, he absolutely was.
I was gonna say, like, it was probably just letting Maxor win just to
So-
learn it.
What I think the plan was to give Tom like a false sense of security so he gets cocky and he starts playing loose. Because he knows
Rogan
all of Tom's
Records.
strategies.
Yeah.
So while they're setting up the deck, Christella has the table bugged, right? It's a little like purple bug microphone piece that goes into an earbud. And I'm just wondering, where did she get the fucking spy tech for this shit? Is this like the fucking like... You remember like the old like McDonald's toys where it's like the spy laser and shit?
Mhm.
I forget
Ugh.
what the fucking brand was called.
I know what you're talking about, though.
It's just like the fucking password journal you could buy at Walmart back then. I've never considered it before, but watching this scene of them slowly selecting their cards made me realize this shit must take forever. Slowly scrolling through each card individually to find the ones they want. That's gotta be fucking awful, dude.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
It's a cool UI, but Jesus Christ. They're in the dromes, right? And Kristella's talking to Clay, and I'm looking at the scene, right? And it hit me. After 20 years, it hit me. Kristella was some dude's childhood crush for sure.
Oh, definitely. It's like Shigo levels.
Yeah, it's like Shigo, it's like Raven, right? All the gothic characters.
Yeah. You can tell the character that gave someone a goth fetish.
Yeah, you can always tell the character that was somebody's dark awakening. Kristella is definitely one of them. Kristella made some guy love those true crime podcasts where the women speak exclusively in vocal fry.
Yeah.
They lock in to the match, and the Codemaster essentially says, Clay, you're a liar and a cheater, but they won't ban him.
Yeah, what the hell?
They won't ban his ass even though he's cheating. On Marvel Rivals, if someone calls you out for cheating, even if you're not, they ban your ass. But Chaotic, they're aware he cheats and they won't get rid of him.
He's not using mods, we don't care.
The Codemasters are like in a room, they're like, should we get rid of him? No, he adds
he's
drama.
interesting. It could be funny.
It could be funny. If some kid gets scammed, they deserve it.
Yeah, they shouldn't fall for that. It's their fault.
Starting off is Bareth Beyond versus Maxor. I have the note, Bareth Beyond is a gross-ass Green Goblin, and I'm quite fond of him.
He is! We get Joker and Green Goblin in this episode.
In the same episode. Although, with the coloration, it's closer to Hobgoblin, because he's more of like a yellowish brown than he is a green. He's got like the Green Goblin outfit color.
I always loved his extendo arms.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. He's like Piccolo.
Yeah, he's really cool.
I'm sad that we see little of him because he's like the villain's creature.
Yeah, I don't remember him being in Param that much.
Yeah, he's never. I don't think he ever shows
Never?
up. To my
That's
knowledge.
Crazy.
In Shadow Warriors.
This guy's... Well, yeah, I remember him in Shadow
Thing
Warriors.
is, right,
this guy is like really tough, and he never shows up. That's crazy.
So, my issue with them giving the villains such cool creatures is that because they're villains, we're never going to focus on their matches unless they're fighting with the heroes.
In which they'll have to lose.
Yeah, I would love to see more matches with Clay and Kristella and like all these other extra, like I would not mind having matches that are focused on the non-main characters just to have them. That shit sounds cool.
It does, yeah.
If like, okay, I'm not gonna ask for it entirely. I just think it'd be cool if like Chaotic had like if they did like a new thing where every week on like the YouTube channel, it was just a new fight between two characters.
Yeah.
Like you could just do a whole 20-minute Chaotic match and I would watch that shit. Make it like Death Battle.
That would be cool, yeah. God, this match specifically brings up some weird implications for me.
It does, yeah. So, okay.
Future sight? Does this scan the other player's brain or something?
God, I have no idea. I mean, Tom takes control of him using the other, using like Unsanity.
Yeah, that was my second one. What happens to the other guy? Does he literally just like mind controlled in a haze? That's kind of funny.
I think it's kind of like being confused, right? So here's my thing, right? Early on, Bareth Beyond knocks Maxor into the water. How deep is the water in the Riverlands, and at what point does it stop being considered a river?
When someone drowns in it, usually.
I hit Google and I looked up how deep a river can be. Up to 720 feet is the deepest river measurement.
Goodness.
So I guess still a river. Answers my question. But yeah, Maxor uses 3 fucking music in a row.
Yeah, he uses a lot.
Jesus Christ, dude.
He needs this much to keep up with Bareth Beyond.
But it's funny because then later in the episode, Clay does the same shit during their like last match. He definitely won't attack one of Tom's fire creatures, right? That's what Kaz says because they're going to the lava pond. And I'm like, you mean his one singular fire creature, the only one on his team? You're right, the likelihood is low.
Yeah.
So obviously he does attack Tom's fire creature, and then we get Magmon! All the other battles happened off screen, by the way. It was Bareth versus Maxor, and then a compilation of Maxor kicking ass, and we don't even get to see any of the ass kicking. It's just the card being coded. It's my least favorite thing they do in this show. Magmon. Magmon is awesome.
He is awesome. He does the funny. They go to the lava pond, and then he's like, fight me.
So Magmon shows up cool as shit, emerges from the lava.
Yeah. That's gotta give you some weird like things in your brain. Like, there's gonna be that one kid who plays chaotic and ain't able to distinguish this from like harem. It's
Yeah.
like one can kill you and one can't.
Yeah.
They're gonna try something stupid like that.
First of all, there's another instance of Tom not knowing chaotic. Magmon's lava attacks are enhanced at the lava pond. Or didn't you know that?
I knew that, Magmon.
I totally knew that.
I would laugh my ass off if it was Tom's monologue again. Just, I didn't know that.
Is the inner monologue?
What do you know, Tom?
Same
Damn.
take and everything. So he uses a lava lance, right? Magmon uses very famously a lava lance. When I was a kid, because of Clay's accent, I thought it was lava ledge.
Lava ledge.
For
I can see
years. For years, I thought he was saying lava ledge.
I'm gonna turn that ledge into lava. Coat it real
He does
good.
do that later.
Yeah.
Does that at Iron Pillar. So here's a cool detail that I never noticed. I don't know if you watch this like on YouTube or on the Chaotic site, but
Watch on YouTube.
if you pull it up on the Chaotic site and you look closely at Magmon and you look at his crags and his mouth and his eyes, there's animated magma texture.
That sounds really cool.
That is cool. It's like Ben 10.
It does, you're right.
I love this show. I love the little things they do that they stopped doing by season 2. Alright, so obviously Magmon beats Maxor, right? That happens. And then they're back to the Riverlands, and it's Magmon versus Cross-Sectus. And Cross-Sectus is like, I just have to get to that secret cave. He gets there. Magmon's already there, obviously. And Kaz is like, how did he know about the cave? And I'm worried about something else. How did Magmon's big hot ass get down to the cave?
Without anyone noticing.
There's no way he swam.
Like, you think there would have been some steam left by or something?
No,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Like, I first of all, I refuse to believe that he went into the water at all. But secondly, even if he did, I refuse to believe that his heavy rock molten lava ass was swimming in the water.
It reminds me of just like, how did you get here? I jogged. It was like a really fat dude. It's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
I refuse.
And there it is, Flux Bobble, a really cool battle gear that, to my memory, never appears again.
Does anyone in Param use this? How does it work? Does it just teleport you? I mean, probably.
The Flux Bobble in the game teleports you to the next card in the user's deck, and because every card in Clay's deck currently is the Lava Pond, I think it does get used in Param at some point eventually, but it's never used in a Drome again, which makes sense because Clay already used the one strategy you can use with it, and now everyone knows about it.
That is really fun though. Like, just
So-
how the hell?
So they do the Lava Pond thing a couple of times. It's more of the compilation of cards blowing up, right?
Yeah.
And then it's the second to final match, and Clay is like being cocky and mouthing off about his plan, basically. Because
Like a little jerk.
Tom uses one music to bring back Song of Future Sight, and then uses Song of Future Sight to lock his next location, which is Iron Pillar. But he only does that because Clay's like, we're just going to flux back to the lava pond, and I'm going to eat your ass.
Please don't.
And then, basically because Clay couldn't shut the fuck up, Tom lost. Because it wouldn't have clicked with him otherwise, probably.
Probably no. Because he couldn't shut up.
And I love that following this, right, Tom's like working on the fly. Clay's like, why'd you use your Song of Future Sight to see you getting fluxed to death? And Tom's like, you can use Song of Future Sight to see the next attack, but you can also use it to choose your next 2 locations. Also, I realized the answer for how Song of Future Sight works is that the attacks are just cards as well. So you're probably just seeing the next 2 cards that they have to attack with.
Okay, that makes more sense. I thought it was just scanning their freaking brains.
Tom restructures his deck. They go to Iron Pillar, and then Clay is like, Flux Bubble. But it doesn't work, obviously. It's got me thinking, right? Clay is supposed to be like a great player. He's supposed to be a skillful player. That's what Christella appreciates about him. So how does he not know the battle gear doesn't work on Iron Pillar?
Tom didn't know.
Yeah, but Tom's an idiot.
I would assume Clay just doesn't have much experience with anything that isn't, related to what he uses.
Anything that isn't scamming people and being at the lava pond,
Yeah. And it's like he's a great player, but he's also
He didn't even...
a scamming piece of crap, so like...
He didn't come up with the Flux Bobble idea himself, so...
Yeah, that was all Chris Stoller.
He's not
He's the
actually
muscle.
a very great player.
No, he's the muscle, she's the brain.
He's a lot closer to Joey Wheeler than Kaz is.
Evil Joey Wheeler. Give it a time.
That episode will come up.
Eventually.
Let's see. Clay's trying to hold on to that sludge gush pole the way delusional people struggle to hold on to Five Guys greasy ass fries. Tom knocks Clay off the platform and he's holding onto that pole, right? The pipe. And then he fucking lavalanches the fucking ground that Mesmar's standing on and it just fucking melts under him.
Yeah, which is awesome.
That shit was awesome. And then, yeah, Tom wins by a hair. Obviously, the villain has to lose. But I love the way he does it is not by attacking Magmon, but by attacking the pipe he's on with a slippery attack and making him fall.
Yeah, gravity
That's awesome.
wins.
Because he heavy, he fall like a rock.
I like that it was close, though. I like that it was a struggle.
Yeah, it was
like
like
as soon
real.
as he figured it out, he didn't just win. It was like, no, he actually has to figure stuff out still.
He still had to fight. He still had to use his half-fish creature on dry land. He was at a disadvantage.
Yeah, his weird crab thing.
After the match ends, Clay does the he cheated, and the Codemaster says he used your strengths against you. That's not cheating, that's strategy.
Which is a very good line.
Best line in the entire show, I think.
I was like, damn.
But it's also funny that Clay, who, mind you, cheated to set up his strategy and was acknowledged by the Codemaster at the beginning of match to be a cheater, is throwing a hissy fit over someone perceived to be cheating, right?
That's a good villain for you.
He's hypocritical, he's bitching about it, and I'm sure there's a Zaza stack joke to be made here, but Magmon wasn't reworked, Clay is just shit.
Vibing.
I used the flux bubble for the vibes.
Oh, I used it to win.
We're 8 episodes in the show, right? This is less related to the episode. I wrote this down at the beginning of the match and then set it to be my final note to bring it up at the end here. How did Chaotic become a game, right? I didn't think about this until just now. Where did the Codemasters come from? Are they from Chaotic? Are they immortal? Did they make the game? And if they did, why did they make a game out of real other people's political struggles? I think a lot of this is answered in the Ultimate Guide to Chaotic, the book. So I think in the future, we might do an episode where we go over the book. And I'll share screen with you, and that'll be the first episode to have visuals, because we'll be showing the pages of the book, because we'll be going through it live. Because I remember one page of the books brings up that there's 7, I think, Codemasters, and the first letters of their names in order will spell out Kothica.
That's neat.
So they might be related to the Kothica. They might have been the first, existing beings to come out of Chaotic.
Could be cool. As long as it ain't some Sword Art Online crap.
See, stuff like this is why I think Chaotic could use a comic. And if I had either money or any artistic ability, I would just make the Chaotic fan comic.
Just gotta hope, I don't know, Dynamite makes it or something.
Yeah, I need to figure out who to email to ask for a comic, because I feel like if I knew who to email at Chaotic and then Dynamite, I'd be like, hey, you guys should collab and make a comic.
It would be cool and I would like it.
Dynamite, get the artist from Ben 10, right? He can't draw people, but he can draw aliens and monsters really well.
Don't make him too gross.
I want Maxor to look like a flesh mound.
No.
Yeah, that's the episode. That's all in Flux. Second best episode. We'll get to the first best episode. Oh, God. How long from now is Scavenger Scan?
It'll take a minute, won't it? Yeah, next is Castle Bodrin. I'm ready for Maxor to finally make his appearance. I'm ready.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back next week with another episode that's going to be a two-parter. It's our first two-parter since the pilot. Like with the pilot, we're going to watch both episodes and cover the whole, set in one video. Thanks for watching.